today, on a wet, windy, rainy February's day, I'm going to introduce you to the simplest method that you can use to catch carp, and it's so efficient. There's so many places like park pools, little school pools, sometimes that you're allowed to fish, that people throw bread in and they feed the ducks. And what else feeds on it? The carp. And all we're going to do is we're going to put some bread out. We're going to put a piece of bread on a single hook. So it's rod, line, a hook, a piece of bread, put it on, cast it out, and catch a carp. Oh, the line tightened as well, do you see it? Now I'm going to start the day by just getting some bread, break it up, look, break it up like this, then put it together like that, put it into the catapult, like so, and then when it hits the water and expands, it all becomes bits again. Look, here we go, out we go. Look at that, broke out into the water, and look at it out in the water now. That's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But you can see what kind of day it is. No leaves, nothing. It's a typical February's day, but it's a February's day, but look what the carp are willing to do. The temperature's just come up a little bit. We've put some food on the top and they want to go. You've got to remember, in 3 months' time, these fish will be spawning. And now, they're just on the verge of wanting to eat. And for a period of time, and you can catch small windows in February, March, January, even December. You know, just over the Christmas period, you put a bit of bread in and they come up. They might only come up for 10 minutes. They might only come up for an hour. But I tell you what, you can make the most of it. Lovely fishing. Lovely, lovely fishing. Look at that. Winter's day. Not a leaf on the trees. Quite cold actually. And fish are still willing to come up if you pick the right lake. Pick the right lake with a few fish in. I'm not going to a lake 100 acres with 4 fish in for this. I don't blame people for fishing that, but on a day like this, the rivers are up, there's very little fishing available at the moment. You go to a venue like this, put a piece of bread on the top, and look at this. This is a light action rod, it's a 1.25 pound rod, through action, absolutely fun. Look at this. Look at this. Lovely. That's the noise, isn't it, eh? That's the noise every angler loves to hear. And on a winter's day, a February's day, to hear that clutch singing like that is a pleasure. I'm going to make the most of this. Enjoy it. Oh, look at it. Go on. How good is that? Look at that. Might be a big fish. I'm not bothered. All I'm interested in is getting a bend in my rod. Look at this. This is a winter's day. It's a lovely little common. Lovely little common. Look at that. Here we go. Come on, my beauty. Come on, my beauty. Nice and easy. No need to pull his head off, damage his lips or anything like that with excess pressure. Just nice and easy, look. Over the net, nice and comfortable. There we go, look. No pressure. There we go. Bring him over, bring him over, bring him over, bring him over, bring him over. There you go, February fish on the crust. Now, the amount of venues over the country, park pools, in rivers, in lakes where there's a bit of town round or a village round, these fish absolutely love bread because that's what they see. The kids are throwing them for the ducks and the carp are there amongst the ducks eating. So there we go. Look at that for a beautiful, beautiful common. Look at that. Let's get the hook out and let me show you this baby. Beautiful, eh? Oh, what a start to the day. Virtually first cast, bit of feeding, and then all of a sudden this beauty is rolled up. Look at that. Absolutely scale perfect. Still got a lot of bottle in him, look. Oh, look at that for a fish. Beautiful orange mouth. Look at that. What a beautiful fish. Look at that. Yeah? Oops, steady. Steady. There you go. What a beauty. What a beauty. Let's get him back. No need to keep him out too long. Let's get him back. There you go, my beauty. Oh, great stuff. What a start, eh? Lovely. Winter's day. Put a bit of bread out. There you go. Let's have another one. The simplest method of all. Size 6 hook, piece of bread folded over, put the hook in, push it through, out again, twist it, round, there we go, look, ready to rock and roll. All I do then is I just dip it in the water just to give it a bit of extra weight, and you can cast it in as simple as that. There you go. Now let's get a carp. Yep, well, I think that's a slightly better one. Cool. Oh, did you see you take that? That was fantastic. Shall I? Shan't I? Got you. Yeah, I saw it go down the hole and that was the end of that. Oh, fantastic. In the winter, cold. I've still got a cold as well, but this will make me feel a lot better. Look at that go. Go on. There's a few out there now. Just had the tail flip over. Always a bit worrying when he gets bink and you think, oh, it's come off. But he's actually eat it with his tail. Not too much pressure on enjoy the moment. Oh, it's probably a bit smaller actually. Probably just a little bit smaller. No problem. Beauty. Slightly smaller, but there's some better fish out there. They're competing now. So let's get it back in. Let it rest up a bit. His fins are moving. Here we go. Lovely. Get yourself back out there. Go on. Now the thing to do is, we've got a few fish feeding, but you need to make the most of it, because I tell you what, in February they can be up for an hour feeding like hell. You think, oh, this will last all day, and it don't. They suddenly stop. So you need to make the most of it. Bit more bread out there. What happens is they'll come up and they'll feed, and you'll get one come up and think, oh, hang on, I'm missing out. So then you get 2, 3, 4 come up, and then they go down. But be no doubts about it, you need to make the most of this period in time, because it can happen all going on an hour, sometimes half an hour, and you think, wow, they're really having it. They'll have it all day, and they don't. They just suddenly cut off as they've come on. So you need to make the most of it. You really do need to make the most of it. Oh, that's a better fish, right in amongst it. Look at that, right in amongst it. Oh, and another one, come on. Oh, this is so exciting, so exciting. Oh, right, is there one going across to mine now? Oh, there's one on it, there's one on it. There's one looked at it. One looked at it and left it alone. Oh, there's another one up. Oh, this is so exciting. This is as good as it gets. Look, look. Oh, is he going to have it? Is she going to take it? Is she going to take it? It's so exciting. This is just looking. The simplest of fishing sometimes. The simplest of fishing in just a hook, a line, a bait, the angler and the fish. You know, sometimes you need complicated rigs, complicated baits sometimes, but all of a sudden, sometimes you can just do the most simplest of fishing, and it really is superb. The better fish seem to be out there slightly, so I'm going to see if I can get a bait slightly out this. Typical, the better fish sort of being sort of a bit drifted away, just a bit farther out. And that's what I'm going to do now. Just keep your eye on this bread from the minute it goes in, because you can literally sometimes get a take within seconds, because these fish have to make the most of it, because at the end of the day, just like when they're, what happens is when people throw bread in, there's ducks, there's geese, there's everything after it, and they're competing with it. So sometimes I have to nail it as quick as it goes in, and that's what we're hoping today. They don't take that close a look at it, they just nail it as soon as they go in. Let's have a look. I'm not going to put any more bait in, I'm just going to stick this one out on its own. Set the clutch, everything's set. Yep. Oh, look, there's a few fish out there. They will have seen that now. Quite clear water, they'll have seen it. Probably one's looking at it, two's looking at it. Shall I take it? All out on its own, that piece of bread now. Let's just see if we can just get a take off her. Just a bit of difference, instead of throwing a load in, just see if we can get a better fish sort of suddenly come up and pick it up. Sometimes a little twitch like that, as they're looking at it, might just give it the incentive just to have a go for it. There's a fish bite, he's took it, I think, yeah, cool, look at that. Did you see the take? Ah, this is, to me, you know, as an all-round angler, you know, it ain't all about big fish. Just sometimes it's just going out, and there really is, you know, besides trout fishing, perhaps surface fishing is some of the most exciting fishing of all, and so few people do it really. You know, they'll sit there with the rods for tench or barbel or whatever, and they miss out on this, and it really is. I think so. Why don't you have a go? Because when you see a fish come up and you think, is he going to have it? Is he going to have it? Is he going to? And explode. It's fantastic, fantastic. Look at this. You know, these ain't big fish. Look at the rod, £1.25 rod. I ain't fishing a £3 test curve rod where I could probably cast these fish out. Never mind land them on a £3 test curve rod, but £1.25. Specimen rod, all action rod. Oh, absolutely, what a pleasure. Not a big fish, a small fish again, but it matters not. As I say, there's some better fish out there, and we will have better fish as long as we can catch why that window of the feeding window. Yeah, small one again. It's a mirror this time. It's a lovely little mirror this time, so we'll have a look at this one. Because we've been catching commons, this one's a mirror. This is a beautiful, it's almost like a leather. Look at the bend of the rod. Lovely, absolutely delightful. Delightful fishing, delightful fishing. Get in. Absolutely delightful. Another. They only get bigger, they never get better than that particular fish there, look. It's a beauty. Let's just show you this one. It's not a big fish, but on a February day, what a fish. Look at the scales. Just a beautiful fish. A beautiful fish, look at that. Look at that. What a beauty. Scale perfect, fin perfect. Look at that. Just doesn't get any better than that. February day. Saw that take. So we come up. Shall I, shan't I? Then both got it. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Let's get him back. Oh. Yeah, we got him. Oh, wow. Another take. I wonder, it seemed a bigger mouth, that one. And sometimes The bigger mouths are the ones that produce the bigger fish. I always say, I remember a mate of mine saying, just look for the biggest mouth, and it's normally attached to the biggest fish. And it's right. You're sort of putting bread down, and you can see a big mouth. Normally that big mouth is a bigger fish. There you go. Look at this. I love £1.25 rods. You know, they're just the job for the size fish, you know, sort of up to... I've had fish to mid-20s on this rod, on the float. Look at this. Oh, beautiful. Nice clutch. Through action rod. Surface. Watching the fish take it. Oh, believe me, this is like Christmas all over again. It really is. It really is like Christmas Day all over again. Look at the bend in the rod. Look at this. This, folks, is as good as it gets. When you just like catching fish, and on a winter's day, the river's up, 20 foot up, it's out of order. You know, some of the lakes have been flooded in, they're fishing really hard. If you've got a lake with a few carp in, and you just throw some bread and they come up, then just get on it, because it's some of the best sport you could ever have. Nice big mouth, come on in, come on to daddy, come on to daddy, come on to daddy, come on, that's it, got ya. Look at that. It's about half a dozen fish now, look. Look at that. There he goes. Another little common. Beautiful fish. Look at that. Look at that for a fish. Beauty. Look at the scales, perfect scales. Beautiful fish. Fought like hell. Especially on a light rod. There's nothing the matter with carp. Beautiful fish. Come on, get yourself back. Come on. Oh, that was a better fish. Look at that. See it? That's a better fish, that is. You can take that. Got it. Oh, does it get any better than this? See those branches nice and low there. Keep the rod nice and low underneath it. You know, you can go weeks after big fish, you know, in real bad conditions, and you can be knocking your confidence completely to pieces. And then suddenly when the fishing comes good in March or whatever, your confidence is in bits. Whereas mine, you know, when I've spent a couple of days like this, confidence is on a whole all-time high, really, because this is as good as it gets, isn't it? You know, you've seen the fish take, exciting, bend of the rod, it's absolutely fantastic stuff, and this is what gets you confidence, you know, and your love for fishing. It ain't all about big fish, it's about going out and enjoying it. That's what it's really about. Being out there in the environment, whether it be seagulls, whether it be coots, whether it be moorings, grebes, whatever, and a great big bend in the rod. Does it get any better? No, not for me it doesn't. Oh, this is a tremendous scrap, isn't it? Hey? sport. Look at this. I'm having to stiffen the rod up with my hand because it's bending it so much. Wow, what a fight! What a fight! You know, this is what it's about. Oh, look at the common. It's a beautiful common. He's not even ready yet, look. He's on the surface now, look at him. Oh, that's double figures, that is. That's a beauty. Look at him on the surface, it's a beauty. Oh, saw him take it, saw him come up and take the bait, and then whacked into him. What a fight. I mean, this does not get any better. I think I picked the net up 3 times to net it. So there we go, look. Coming nearly there now. Nearly there. Come on, my beauty. It's a beautiful fish, isn't it? Hey, look at that. It's a cracker. Come on, come on, come on. Whoa, yes! That's a better fish. Look at that. Oh, that's a better fish. Oh, beauty. Let's have a look at it. You lucky people. Look at that. A February's day. Beautiful fish. There you go. On a cold February's day, with it teeming down of rain now. Look at this. But it's worth being out, isn't it? When you can catch a beautiful fish like that. Look at that. An absolute beauty. Carp, just into double figures, I would have thought. I haven't weighed it. No need to. It doesn't matter if it's £9 or 12, to be honest. It's just a beautiful fish to catch in February on a cold winter's day. This is one to warm the heart, in it. Really is one to warm the heart. Let's put him back. Oh, that has absolutely made my day. Look at that for a fish. Beauty. There we go. There we go. Well, there, my friends, is the classic surface fishing in the winter for carp. Pick a venue with a few fish in, few nice fish in, get some competition up in the water with them after the bait. Simple method, just a piece of crust, a single hook, put a few free offerings out, and bingo, you got the day of the winter. Smashing day. That one was one of the best days I've had all winter. It really was, and it'll give me the confidence to be fishing for other species later on in the season. And instead of being down and lacking confidence, I'll be up and feeling great like I've done, having had a day like that. Do the same.